Friday the 13th is a day some dread. It's considered an unlucky day for some, but those looking to connect with spirits favor the day. 6 News reporter Callie Desimone was there as members of the Graveyard Shift Paranormal Society investigated the Rose Hill Manor house in Port Arthur.
This lady here, does she have a spirit at her house?
Brett Wright is trying to communicate with spirits at the historic Rose Hill Manor in Port Arthur.
Some of these spirits that we have visited with before actually did live here. And two of the voices that we did catch, and they identified themselves as Mrs. Woodworth and Mr. Woodworth.
Friday night, the investigators with Graveyard Shift Paranormal Society say they heard from a different ghost at the haunted home.
What is the man holding in his hand, do you know?
Investigators used gadgets like voice recorders and K2 electromagnetic field meters, tools that pick up the presence of ghosts.
I have a name in here.
What's the name?
Richard.
Ghost investigator Brett Wright.
Richard, do you see these people sitting over here?
Asked a series of questions to a certain spirit who calls himself Richard. Other members of the Paranormal Society track the ghost's answers through special software.
Most people think it's just Hollywood and glam. Actually, it is haunted locations.
Carolyn Beck says she came to Friday night's ghost tour to ask the experts some questions. She says at one time she didn't believe in ghosts.
There are no ghosts. There's nothing to prove that ghosts exist.
Beck believed those words until she had her own experience while staying in a hotel room after evacuating for Hurricane Rita.
I had an experience in a certain room there that had a haunted bedboard, which I thought was funny, but I actually heard breathing, steady, rhythmic breathing.
Beck says that was enough proof for her. Friday night, guests on the tour say they heard several strange things, including this whistle.
Oh, I heard a whistle.
And while some can chalk up the noise to the air conditioner or any other number of ways to explain the sound, Brett Wright offers those people this challenge.
Some people who've always had doubts, now is your time to come forward and take a step behind the scenes.
In Port Arthur,
Richard, are you able to see into people's past and future?
Callie Desimone, KFDM 6 News.
If you'd like more information about the Graveyard Shift Paranormal Society and their events, you can find them on Facebook.